Hey, I know you're used to men who speak only to be heard, but tonight, I just want to speak so that you can feel seen. I know what he did to you, not the version you posted, not the story your friends know, but the truth that lives in your silence. The ache that makes your chest heavy when the world is light. The story you only tell in your head. I saw the change, how your laugh got quieter, your posts got prettier, but your eyes, they looked like they'd been crying even in your sleep. He told you you were too sensitive, made you feel dramatic for noticing how cold he got towards you every time she called. She, the friend from work, the one he swore was like a sister. But somehow she knew when you and him were fighting. You remember, don't you? How she started tagging him in memes you used to tag him in? How she sent him playlists filled with songs that sounded like your love story, but in someone else's voice? And when you brought it up, you became the villain in your own heartbreak. You became the clingy one, the overthinker, the insecure girlfriend he warned his friends about. But all you wanted was honesty, loyalty, a little clarity in a world of mixed signals. He kept posting her on his story, but forgot your birthday. He showed up for her dog's party, but missed your promotion. He called her bro, but replied to her selfies faster than your I miss you texts. I know, I saw it all. And no, you weren't crazy. You were just the only one who was actually loving him for real. You turned into a mirror trying to reflect his love back to him, and all he saw was his own emptiness. He loved the way you forgave him, the way you lowered your voice to keep him calm, the way you made excuses to your friends just so he wouldn't look bad. And yet, he gave pieces of himself to someone else while you were handing him your whole soul on a silver plate. You ever notice how she always popped up right after your fights? How she liked his thirst traps, but ignored your couple posts? How he used to turn his phone over the moment her name lit up the screen? You knew. You always knew, didn't you? But you stayed. Because women like you don't run at the first red flag. You stayed through every shade of betrayal just to prove you weren't like the others. But he never deserved the proof. He never earned the prayers you said for him, the poems you wrote about him, the way you still defend him to people who saw through him long before you did. I know he blamed you for being distant after he broke your trust. I know he also said that you changed. Of course you did. That's what pain does. It doesn't just scar, it rewires you. You became cautious, quiet. You stopped posting selfies because he made you feel like you were too much, too loud, too emotional, too obsessed. But here's the truth from someone who's not him. You weren't too much. He was too little. Too little to handle your loyalty. Too little to match your depth. Too little to be the man you hoped he could grow into. And that girl, the one he told you not to worry about, she was never the problem. His access to her was, because men don't accidentally fall into cheating. They slide into it one deleted message, one harmless flirt, one secret coffee at a time. And you kept catching fire and calling it love. But not anymore. You don't owe him a breakdown. You don't owe her a confrontation. You owe yourself the peace of walking away without begging to be chosen. Because the right man won't make you compete with someone he calls just a friend. The right man won't need reminders to love you out loud. And if he couldn't protect your softness, he doesn't deserve your glow. So cry. Feel it. Grieve the girl you were before he chipped away at her. But don't you ever apologize for being loyal in a world that praises convenience. Because someone out there will read your silence like scripture and never make you doubt your worth again. If this spoke to your soul, like, comment, and subscribe to BedaPoetry, because we bleed in verses here and heal together.